Rush Lindell here, back behind the mic, and Reagan, good to have you.
Always good to be here, Rush.
We've got a loaded hour. Iran's back in the headlines, and this time it is ugly.
The MOU is dead. Trump said so himself at the NATO summit, and everything moved fast after that.
We're walking that whole timeline. The tanker attacks, the strikes, the reversal nobody saw coming.
And then there's the money side. Oil's moving, gas prices are moving, and midterms are closing in fast.
Oh, and we're settling the scorecard. Who actually called this thing right?
Careful, I've got a memory.
So do I, Reagan. That's the problem.
Let's separate the rhetoric from the reality later once the receipts are on the table.
Let me tell you something. I love it when you say that.
I know you do.
Later on, stick around for a parody bit. Iran's foreign ministry gets a Yelp review, courtesy of yours truly.
I'm already bracing to fact-check that one.
You always do. But first, this hour is brought to you by Lear Capital, America's precious metals leader since 1997.
Good partner to have when the world looks like it does right now.
All right, Reagan, walk me through how we actually got here.
Happy to. Let's start with the tankers.
Before we dive in, a quick reminder, we love hearing from you. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, head to the link in the description and submit your question. We read every single one.
Okay, we called this a month ago. We sat right here and argued about this deal. I said masterstroke, Reagan said surrender. And tonight, folks, we're grading ourselves because the deal, it's dead.
Dead as in officially dead, or dead as in Russia's dramatic voice dead?
Both. ABC News reports Trump stood at the NATO summit in Ankara and said, quote, "For me, I think it's over."
Not exactly Churchill, but it gets the point across.
And here's the line that got me, Reagan. He didn't just walk away. He called the Iranian leadership scum multiple times, said he doesn't want to deal with them anymore.
That's a real shift in language. A month ago, this was a breakthrough. Tonight, it's scum.
That's not a shift. That's a full 180 with the tires screeching.
I'll give you this much. The rhetoric matches the moment. It's not measured anymore.
So tonight, we're not doing the same tired timeline recap everybody else is doing. We're pulling the receipts, our receipts, what we said, what he said, what actually happened.
So, you sure you want to revisit what you said a month ago?
Terrified. Absolutely terrified. But let's do it anyway.
So, if the man who brokered this deal is now calling the other side scum on camera at a NATO summit,
Right.
What exactly happened in Ankara to get us here?
Ankara, NATO summit. And somewhere between the group photo and the steak dinner, Trump torches his own deal.
Walk me through what actually triggered it.
3 tankers hit in the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM answers by striking more than 80 Iranian targets. That's ABC News reporting it this morning.
80 targets. That's not a slap on the wrist.
And here's the part I can't get over. Just last month, this same president called Iran's leaders, quote, rational, nice, strong, and smart.
I remember that line.
So a reporter asks him point blank, what changed? And Trump says, and I'm not making this up, I got to know them.
4 weeks. That's the whole diplomatic arc.
4 weeks, Reagan. Nice and smart to scum in one press gaggle. I'm calling it the Ankara flip.
Okay, but let's separate the theater from the sequence. ABC News says he huddled with advisors Tuesday before the strikes landed, not after some tantrum in the hallway.
Sure, he huddled, then declared the whole memorandum did by Wednesday morning.
Right, and that timing matters because at the same time, Washington yanked the sanctions waiver on Iranian oil sales, directly tied to those tanker attacks.
So it's not just insults, real leverage pulled overnight.
Which raises the stakes for how Tehran responds.
And Tehran did not sit quiet.
Iran's parliament speaker, Ghalibaf, their chief negotiator, posted that the U.S. violated the MOU outright. His line, "The era of bullying and extortion is over. It leads nowhere. We don't fold."
Strong words from a government that's about to start counting bodies.
Which is exactly the number we need to look at next because Tehran's putting out a toll, and it's not small.
One question before we go there.
If "I got to know them" is the president's actual foreign policy, what happens the next time he changes his mind?
That's the receipt we're keeping.
Sure, shuts aside the theater for a second. The numbers here are brutal. Iran's health ministry says at least 50 people are dead, over 500 injured, just this month. 50? That's not a headline, that's a body count. And Al Jazeera is reporting ties some of that directly to infrastructure. A desalination plant got hit, leaving 10,000 people without water. Wait, a water plant? Not a missile site, not a base. Water? That's what's being reported. And Iran's deputy foreign minister, Ghalibaf, is now saying flatly the U.S. has violated and suspended all its commitments under the MOU. Suspended. Sure, because striking back at Bahrain and Kuwait is real diplomatic. Right, that's the retaliation. Tehran hit 2 U.S. allies in the Gulf, and CENTCOM's reporting American service members killed in Jordan. Okay, Reagan, that's the part nobody's saying loud enough. We're not watching Iran anymore. We're watching the whole neighborhood catch fire. 7 straight nights of CENTCOM strikes now. This isn't a skirmish. It's the worst stretch since the ceasefire fell apart. And every night we act shocked, like this wasn't exactly where MOU's over was always going to lead. I'll give you that one. Escalation begets escalation. That part isn't complicated. No, it isn't. What is complicated is explaining to a guy filling up his tank why any of this matters to him. Funny you say that, because it already does. Crude is moving, and it's moving fast. Oh, here we go. Let's talk about what this is actually costing people. Shifting to the money side of this, U.S. crude jumped about 6%, near $74.62 a barrel, right after Trump called Iran's leaders scum.
CFR's read matters here. Still nowhere close to the near $120 high we saw before the MOU collapsed. But traders don't grade on still lower. They trade on direction.
Direction's everything in this business. Green arrow goes up, the gas station line gets longer. Every time.
There's also a clock nobody's naming out loud. Strategist Karl Rove's been blunt. This needs resolving by Labor Day because the fall campaign starts right after.
And nothing sharpens a politician's focus like a midterm map.
And here's the odd part. The strait itself isn't fully shut. A U.S. defense official told reporters over 100 vessels coordinated transits with the military last week alone. More than 300 moved through the wider region.
100 ships still crossing a war zone?
Still crossing. Slower, pricier insurance, but moving.
Wow.
The choke point's spooked, not closed. Different story for your gas bill, though.
Which is exactly why if you're watching oil bounce around like this,
you start thinking about where money hides when things get shaky.
Since 2020, the silver price has risen more than 220%.
Why? Because rising demand for solar and electric vehicles alone has put silver supply into a deficit.
But now there's another industry. AI.
Data centers, robots, and quantum computing could require so much silver that silver supplies could be obliterated.
Could silver rise another 220%?
Find out by texting RUSH to 43343 to request their special report, The AI Revolution.
See why billions are being poured into AI and how silver could be your best investment this year.
Also ask how you can get up to $20,000 in bonus silver.
Lear Capital, your trusted source. Over $3 billion in transactions and thousands of 5-star reviews.
Text RUSH to 43343.
Okay, pump prices, midterms, silver hedges. That's the wallet side of this whole mess.
Yeah. Which means it's time to check the receipts. A month ago, we had this exact fight on air over whether that 14-point deal was a win.
And I remember exactly what I said.
So do I. Let's find out who was right.
Okay, Reagan, time to eat some words. Mine, mostly.
I was wondering when we'd get here.
Last month, I called that 14-point MOU a win. A real, honest, Trump-earned win.
And I said it was a pause dressed up as peace.
Was closer.
I'll take it, but let's be fair to you too. The shipping numbers did calm down for a while.
They did, for about 6 weeks. Then, boom.
Right, and that's not random. According to Council on Foreign Relations, the MOU only guaranteed Iran 60 days of toll-free shipping through Hormuz.
60 days, like a lease.
Like a lease nobody read the fine print on. That clock was running the entire time we were calling it a masterstroke.
So the thing had an expiration date and everybody just didn't mention it?
Didn't mention it or didn't want to.
That's on me. I was so locked into the win narrative, I skipped the fine print.
I flagged the 60 days back then, but even I didn't think it'd blow up this fast.
So we're both wrong, just in different directions.
Basically. Now, CFR's Max Boot wrote something today that I think nails the bigger picture.
Go on.
Boot argues Trump is facing the same trap every president before him hit, a limited war fought with limited means producing limited results.
Say that again?
Limited war, limited means, limited results. No path to regime change, no appetite at home for more.
And that's the part that gets me. We keep acting like this time is different.
It never is. Not with Iran, not with this kind of pressure campaign.
So was the MOU a win or a surrender?
Neither. It was a countdown clock we dressed up as diplomacy.
Fine. I overstated it. You called the structure. I called the vibe.
The vibe was good for what it's worth.
Thanks. Small comfort.
But structure's what breaks every time.
Mm-hmm. All right. I've owned my part. You've owned yours. Grades are in.
Grades are in.
But you know what nobody's graded yet?
What?
The way this whole thing sounded from Tehran's side once it collapsed.
Oh, I have thoughts.
Oh, we've got thoughts. Wait till you hear how we're framing it.
This is gonna be a bit, isn't it?
It's already written.
Building on that, one more bit before we get serious again.
Oh no.
Picture Iran's foreign ministry on Yelp. Mock bureaucrat. Ordered de-escalation, received 80 targets, 1 star.
You said 2 stars a second ago in rehearsal.
Inconsistent reviewer, sue him.
Keep going.
Now flip it. Trump's side, used car lot ad. Announcer voice. Iranian leadership. Rational, nice, strong, smart, won't last, folks. Now, scum, certified, as is, no warranty.
That rhythm is unfortunately perfect.
2 weeks, compliment to insult. That's the whole pitch.
Except the joke skips why the sign flipped. ABC News reported CENTCOM hit over 80 targets after Iran attacked merchant ships in Hormuz first.
Fair, the salesman had a reason.
Doesn't make the whiplash less funny, just means it's not one-sided theater.
Fine, rewrite the review. Ordered ceasefire, received mutual escalation. Both parties left 1-star reviews on each other.
There it is, equal opportunity mockery.
And Al Jazeera's got the real casualty count behind the punchline. 50 dead this month per Iran's health ministry. So laugh, but not too hard.
Noted. Comedy with a conscience.
Building on that circus, let's do the actual scorecard. Who called this right?
Honestly, not me on the ceasefire holding, but I called the 60-day window nobody read.
Yeah, that one's yours. I said deal of the century. It was a deal of the month.
The month's generous.
Fair, fair.
But here's what actually matters going forward. CFR's Mac Boot lays out Trump's real problem now. He's stuck choosing between letting Iran toll ships through Hormuz or escalating further with no clear military endgame.
Neither one's a win.
Right. Al Jazeera reported CENTCOM just ran its 7th straight night of strikes. That's not a skirmish anymore. That's a pattern.
So what are we watching next week?
Whether Tehran's negotiator actually comes back to the table, or whether suspended quietly becomes dead.
I'm watching the oil futures. If Hormuz traffic drops instead of just slowing, that's the real siren.
And don't sleep on the calendar. Midterms are coming, and nobody votes on foreign policy nuance.
They vote on the number at the pump.
Exactly. Diplomacy might not decide what happens next. Gas prices might.
And that's the verdict, folks. This war isn't being won on the battlefield or the negotiating table.
It's being decided at the gas station.
Write that down. We'll see who's right in November.
So, that's the hour. Iran, Hormuz, and Rush. Wait, sorry, I mean me getting called out on my own prediction.
I said I'd give credit where it's due.
You did. Barely.
The takeaway, though, the choke point spooked, not closed. That's the real story under all the noise.
That's exactly right. Everybody's watching the Strait, but the deadline that matters is the midterms.
Agreed. Watch the pump price, not the press conference.
And on that note, if you liked this hour, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, tell somebody who needs to hear it.
New episodes every weekday. We're not going anywhere.
Neither is this fight, apparently.
No kidding.
Well, thanks for spending the hour with us.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Stay sharp out there.